Welcome, welcome, one and all. Welcome to episode 91. Howdy, howdy, how's everybody? We doing okay tonight? I hope so. Alrighty then. It is 91, yeah, you just got back on YouTube. Welcome. Most everybody ought to be out for Christmas break by now, I would think. I don't know. Tell me, are you all out yet? I've been out for almost 2 weeks now. I feel bad for people who are like having to go until the week of Christmas, which is this week. So, you know, Merry Christmas to you all. We see Merry Christmas around these parts. But I also say Happy Holidays too. Alrighty then. Let's get underway. I've been a busy bee the last day and a half, looking at various things and doing various things. So, you know, we got a lot of work ahead of us, but I think it's going to work out. Alrighty then. Okay. Oh, what in the hell? Oh, thank you, Mike. I was tabbed out. I wasn't looking at that guy at all. Thank you. Hey, Alex. How are you? Hey, Divine Essentia. Hey, Easy Epic. Or is it Apic? Can never tell with people's names. Okay. Goody, goody, goody. How's No Life? We couldn't do No Life. Oh yeah, I never made an official announcement about that. I probably should have. I said something in Discord, but I didn't. We could not do No Life this past Saturday, as much as I wish we could have. I waited and waited and waited and waited, and we all waited and waited. And the guy who run the server basically fell asleep. And so we only had the thing on for like, I don't know. We only turn it on for a good 3 hours a week when we're doing the episodes. And so without his ability to turn on the server, we were just kind of at a loss. And so we just couldn't do anything. It's a very sad situation, but you know. Such is life. Okay, cool. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This would be 10. All right, cool. So that works. So yeah, we're not able to do No Life this week or last week, and we won't be able to do it this week because of Christmas. And so no matter how you slice it, and then the week after is New Year's. So like we're just getting hit from all sides. So there is unfortunately just going to be a, what is it, like 3-week gap? Yeah, there's just going to be a 3-week gap. And can't be helped. Cannot be helped. Oh well, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I'm just happy that while I didn't get to do what I wanted to do, like I'm not losing sleep over it, you know. I completely understand how it happened. It's really quite funny. I won't say who the owner was, but it's funny to me that he fell asleep. Like literally, he was asleep at the switch. I find that so hilarious. Like, oh well, I mean, all you can do is laugh. The only other option is to get mad, and what the hell would that achieve? You know, I'm going to win it. Well, I don't know about that. I'm going to do my best, but I can't guarantee I'm going to win or anything that, you know. I'm going to stick in for a good while, you know. I've been doing hardcore for quite a while, and I feel like I've gotten really good at, you know, keeping my wits about me and staying alive and so on. So, you know, it's whatever. I'll persevere. The dude abides, as they say. So Jack will just push on through. Rooting for me. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that, Declan Snow. Glad to hear that. You think you'll... Well, good. Thank you, Urshir. I'm glad someone has faith in me, that you all think that I can be that good. Hey, Alex World. But, you know, we are just gonna have to wait. But it's not so bad. It gives me time... Whoops, wrong thing. It gives me time to plan out exactly what I want to do. And so I'm not that worried about it, because I've already gotten something of a plan together. And so this gives me some time to sort of step back and take an objective look at it and go, is my plan any good? And the problem is I have to be very careful with what I say now, because I know contestants could potentially be listening in on me. Because, like, mentioning that I could make an enchanting table in that episode was such a mistake. Because now everybody knows that I can do that, and they're gunning for me. And so it's like, well, shit, I should probably have not said something to that effect. I should probably... Because I realized in the heat of the moment when I was recording the audio for that episode, I realized, oh yeah, I can do a thing now. That's really cool. Everybody will be proud of me. And, I just hope that doesn't bite me in the ass. But hey, if it does, oh well, lesson learned, I guess. Could be worse. I mean, I could have not figured it out and just be, you know, total pleb who has no idea what he might have on his hands. So there's that, I suppose. But on the bright side, it doesn't look like things are going to be that bad. I'm just itching to know what the games are going to be. And if they're, like, unfair, or if they're, like, winnable, or what. I'm hoping they're winnable and that they're not, like, bullshit games of chance. Because Bezo Passan said in his episode, when he released it, that it's going to be Squid Game-esque. And Squid Game had tons of bullshit chance sort of things. And yeah, that makes for good, you know, TV. But if you're actually in the game, you don't want there to be bullshit games of chance that you just have to, like, get lucky and win. I want to win via skill or ability or intuition. You know, I don't want there to be this, oh yeah, you know, you pressed the wrong button, you know, you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, get fucked. That's not fair. I don't like shit like that. So I'm a bit uncertain about that, but other than that, no life should be fun. Especially since there's a survival Minecraft element to it. I think I can do well with that. But I also realized that as things stand, I'm going to end up back at spawn if I die. And that'll just be my first death, obviously. But, like, I won't have armor, I won't have tools, I won't have anything. And so I need to create some sort of a cache of stuff. And that's kind of making me hesitate live streaming. Because I know I said I would live stream it. And the more I think about it, the more I realize that might be a very bad idea to give away on stream. Because, you know, someone could stream snipe. You never know. And so showing off what I'm capable of doing is all well and good to an audience, but if it's going to give my opponent an edge, I'm going to have to be very careful with what I do and say, short of recording. So I may just go back to, since I never really technically streamed it in the first place, I may just not stream it and do it exclusively as a release episode with afterward commentary and stuff. And things of that nature. So who knows? No, I do not play on 2B2T. Stop asking, please. So many people have asked me that. But yeah, so that's what I'm hoping with No Life. We'll see. And then also, my other plans for New Year's, which is only a scant 2 weeks away now, I've been thinking of releasing, or rather re-releasing, these episodes for Space Valk Building. I've been thinking about doing them also in a digest format, where I take the footage, speed it up, and release it from there. And I was just going to see if you guys like that idea or not. And then just releasing those as regular episodes every day. And technically these, you know, these are already done live streams. So you could always go back and rewatch the old stream. But this would be like sped up with extra commentary and narrated all sexy smooth like people apparently like. So I don't know, what would you guys think about me doing that? If not, I could just release questions that I've answered on stream as like individual. Use the replay mod. No, there's no point to replay mod. It's already too late to do replay mod stuff. Replay mod is if I'm gonna do a build and film it after the fact. But this is like an actual live stream, and so all the shit that I've done has already been done and is footage on YouTube. So I was thinking of maybe pushing that out in a more, you know, manageable 20-minute format. Something like that. So what do you guys think of me doing that? Looks good. Okay. See it like that. You would definitely watch since you don't really have time to watch the streams. Yeah, these would be the entire stream, but boiled down to a much smaller span of time, and to where you would be able to, you know, sit for, it would probably be about 20 minutes, but we'll see. And so you'd be able to do that, and it would just be, you know, my thoughts and stuff on what's going on. Things of that nature. 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. So these are equal. All right. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that you are all, for the most part, on board with that idea. That makes it a lot easier because I have all these hours of footage that I've not really, I don't have a use for it, you know? And so giving it a second life, as it were, that would be tremendously helpful, especially for my channel. So yeah, I think I will be doing something like that. So stay tuned, look forward to it. It will all come as I can, well, in the new year, as I get to it. So yeah, Jack, Master of Construction. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I just like putting stuff in places and people call it good. And I don't call it half bad myself, but it's not like it's... I'm not going to sit here and call myself a god, you know? I just do whatever I like doing. Shit. There we go. So yeah, let's see here now. You rebuilt Space Valkyria and similar to what it was on 2v2t via Vanilla Survival Multiplayer Server. What's the purpose of the top room in the central structure? That was a storage chest area where we had all our duplicated materials. I had the storage room in the very center of the base with some room, or with some doors to exit and enter more easily. It's right below the playroom. That was the initial storage room for a good year or so. And then the chunk dupe happened. And I was like, oh shit, we need more storage space, because the chunk dupe was just absurd. And so when we duplicated items after that and the donkey dupe that followed, I needed a good large storage room. So that's what that ended up being. It was a big storage room. Sadly, we were, it was so laggy. And then we got found by the Turks not long after. So it ended up not mattering, unfortunately. Very sad indeed. But hey, you know, that's That's how it is. Okay. I'm thinking... I want to make one of these. Gonna make this a glass structure of some kind. Just to differentiate it. So yeah, it was useful. It was useful for storage for a time. We had so many chests up there at one point. But yeah, beware if you do that, you will lag yourself silly. Although I don't know, that was in 1.12, so maybe it's different now. I don't know if chest rendering has changed a whole lot between then and now. Good luck. Obviously, if you're doing it in legit survival, we also intended to have villagers up there once upon a time. But, yeah, villagers... Back in 1.12, villagers were much more annoying than they are now. So I can't really say if that would have worked out. But 1.16, 1.14, whatever, and beyond villagers are pretty decent. The only problem is, I don't know how often they will refresh their trades. And since you're in the end, it may or may not work out for you. Villagers and villager trading can be such a hit or miss subject. Oh damn, that doesn't connect up. Yeah, that'll work. So yeah, good luck. I always enjoy hearing about people making duplicates in survival on their own of this place. And yeah, like I look forward to seeing whatever you've made. If you have finished or if you're like halfway, join the Discord, you know, or tweet it at me on Twitter. I will occasionally check that accursed website. And, you know, go from there. Show me what all you can do. If you want to change up the design or add on to it with your own stuff, I welcome that. I really enjoy seeing what people will do design-wise. Oh, shit. There we go. So yeah, don't be shy. Show me whatever skills you have. Do kill? No. Who is Cytotoxic T-Cell and O'Malley Mix, and why are their heads at the base? Their heads were spawned in by Pyrobite years ago, and so those heads are just valuable in general. I was friends with Cytotoxic T-Cell. She was a girl who would adamantly say she wasn't a girl as best she could, because she was like, I don't know, afraid of being doxxed or some shit. She was never doxxed, as far as I'm aware. And we had, you know, a friendship. She was a builder, much like myself. And there really wasn't much to her other than that. She was a good person. O'Malley Mix, on the other hand, was once a friend of Pop Bob's and ended up getting doxxed and ratted by Pop Bob. Very sad. That's what happens when you trust the likes of Pop Bob. And so Pop Bob ended up, because he gave them access to his client, which was, what was that? InHack, I believe it was. And yeah, like, that's what happens when you trust the likes of a person like Pop Bob. You end up getting burned. And everybody who knew about that whole situation was like, why the hell would you rat your friends? Like, come on. And I think he thought he was joking, or he was just like playing around with them. And he ratted Cameron and O'Malley Mix at the same time, and that drove the both of them off 2B2T forever. Never saw them again. This happened in like 2013 sometime. And so yeah, like, Pop Bob willingly doxed and ratted his own friends. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude? I forgot he did that, come to think of it. And so O'Malley Mix was somewhat famous because he was the first person to build a base in the millions way back in 2012. He dug a 400, no, what was it? I think it was almost 200 kilometers. He dug a long, long ass tunnel in the nether. It's a famous site now, I believe. And he just wanted to build a base in the millions, called it 1 Million Town. Things were good for a while, and then they invited X0XP, and shit went belly up faster than you can blink. And yeah, moral of the story, don't invite people like X0XP. And so O'Malley Mix was somewhat famous for making 1 Million Town for a time. And, you know, he was a somewhat older player. Or I think he was old. I don't remember if he was, like, in high school when he joined or what. Oh, well, I couldn't tell you. I never knew him, personally. Omal was never a friend of mine. He never had any sort of contact with me. I just remember hearing his name a lot, and that a lot of people knew who he was, and that he was a friend of Pop Bob, and that ultimately bit him in the ass. So yeah, fun times. But yeah, that's who O'Malley Mix was, and why his head was spawned in by Pyrobite in, what was it, 2013? God damn, it was 2013. I can't believe that. That was 2013. The great spawning in of 2013 was more than 14 years ago. Or no, sorry. It was 8 years ago. What the fuck am I thinking? 8 years ago. Can you believe that? Where were most of you guys 8 years ago? I bet you all were in middle school or elementary school 8 years ago. Good Lord. I can't imagine, like, so much time and so many things have happened in just 8 years. Where did it all go? I can't even, you know? It's crazy. It is just absolutely crazy. But, oh well. Yeah. Saito and Omal were both semi-famous at the time. It's funny how most people don't even know who they are anymore. I guess they would kind of prefer it that way. It's just one of those things. GBZ, no expensive quality, hard to build. Well, I mean, I had a ton of duplicated items, and we could duplicate any item, so of course I went for the good shit. The really expensive, really cool things. Beacons, quartz, you know, hard to obtain materials. And yeah, that made, you know, emulating my builds not so easy. Fair enough. But, like, quality demands hard work. If you're going to do something, you may as well go all out, right? Go big or go home, as they say. So that's why. Like, I try to not settle where I can. I've played this game for nearly 12 years now. I'm long past the point of settling for less. You just get to a point... Move, Mesopithecus. You just get to a point in your life sometimes where you're like, okay, I've had it with mediocrity. I've had it with half-assedness. Like, I want the best. I want to strive for something better. I don't want to be phoning it in any longer. And if you haven't gotten to that point, you probably will. A lot of people, when they get to that point, they get frustrated with themselves. They feel like they're worthless. Or they're somehow less of a person because... Or wait, no. No. That should be good. But yeah, they feel less of a person because they're, you know, not where they want to be or not what they're doing. They're not doing it how they want to be doing it. Something like that. And so, yeah, like... There comes a point where you strive to have good shit. You want to be better at something. You want to be at the top of your game. And I hope and pray that every one of you will find that in your lives. You will want to be, you know, better than you are now. There's nothing wrong with that. Now then. Alright, cool. There's nothing wrong with wanting to associate your, or ascend to a higher level of skill, a higher being, I guess is the right. I don't know. You all probably understand to some degree. I hope you do. There comes a time where you want to strive for the best, whatever that may look like. You don't want to settle for, you know, just being kind of okay. You don't want to be okay. You want to be great. There's nothing wrong with that. I encourage you all to nurse those feelings, like, don't settle. Achieve your dreams, and that's how you do that, is by not settling. Okay, I want to make this more diamond shaped. I think this will work. Oh shit, there's an uneven number. Fuck. Alright, that's easily fixed. Or it's an even number, not an odd number, that's what I mean. But yeah, so that's predominantly why. I don't want to just do something anymore and have it be kind of okay. I want to have it be amazing. Alright, cool. Just started playing 2BTT and you've been playing for a few hours escaping spawn. Found someone's base. Don't know if you should take their stuff. Quite a bit of diamond armor and food. It's up to you. Do you feel bad about taking people's stuff? Personally, I've, like, always felt that, you know, that's part of the game. Like, for example, the very first town that I griefed was just some random town that was filled with diamonds, gold, and other shit. It looked very poor on the surface, but they had like a secret chest in a wall that I stumbled across. And they just had a ton of duplicated items, and they were very obviously like better off than I initially expected. And I looted the town and burnt it to the ground, and I was like, yeah, I took your shit. I find that to be part of the 2B2T way of life. It is kill or be killed, and I mean, you have every right to get mad when someone finds and griefs your base, but at the same time, that's part of the server. It's part of the great cycle of life and death. So I don't really worry about it too much. If you feel like you'll feel bad, you'll feel scummy or whatever, don't do it. You don't have to. Beware, you might be pissing off the wrong people. That is entirely plausible. Be careful whose stuff you take. It can haunt you. I got lucky when I was new, and it belonged to a bunch of people I never knew. They never showed up and claimed that they were the people who built it. Never heard from them. And I frequently over the years asked who owned it. No one apparently remembers. They quit the server, I guess. So it's whatever. Destroy and pillage to your heart's content, or don't. That's up to you. I don't do it that often just because, like, I was new and I was like, yeah, I need shit. Your shit will do. And so I took these guys who, again, they must have quit the server. I don't know. I'm fairly certain someone else would have just come behind me and done the exact same thing. So I don't doubt for a second that my actions were not at all unique. I really just beat the early bird to the worm, is really all it was. My first grief was La Rosa. No, that was way, way, way later. La Rosa was before, or no, after Warmonger. Like, I griefed so many places by the time the Russia War had happened. Like, I didn't give a shit about griefing. I had no moral quandary with griefing at all. I never have. Now, I don't want to be griefed. And that's fine. You know, you can... What the hell? Oh. Invisible blocks. Anyway, I have no moral quandaries with being griefed. You can grief all you want. Just that I personally don't take it that seriously, I guess. Like, it was painful when I lost Space Valk 3. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I just kind of have come to accept it. That's just how the server is. Oh fuck, this is gonna overwrite this, isn't it? Oh well. What is with this version? Why are there, like... Why is there rendering trouble when I break blocks? Oh, no. Undo. Let's move that 2 blocks instead. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah. Oh well. Rip that. I'll put another one over here later. Anyway, so yeah, just, you know, just beware that if you live by the sword, you will die by the sword. If you grief, people will grief you. And even if you don't grief, people will grief you. It just is what it is. So just beware. If you can't handle that, don't play 2B2T. You're in the wrong place if that's something you have a problem with. All right, what am I doing? I can just do this here. There we go. So yeah, good luck. People's stuff equal god loot. Maybe. 2B2T is 2B2T because of that. Yeah, pretty much. If you take other people's stuff, I mean, it is what it is. 2B2T is a cutthroat place. It always has been. Don't fool yourself into thinking, you know, everything is sunshine and rainbows just because, like, one person spared you. And you can choose to be that one person. You can choose to spare people. Nobody's forcing you to be good or bad or anything in between. But I find that 2B2T brings out people's true nature over time. At first, people go crazy from the freedom. People who have been exposed to 2B2T who have never had that degree of freedom. Because name a situation in real life where real life anarchy has been present. Like, unless you're in a war-torn country, probably not. Most people here have never experienced true anarchy, true lawlessness. At least I hope not. And in a digital space where there's no such thing as scarcity, it's interesting. It's very interesting to find that sort of thing where there's no, almost no repercussions. But there are still repercussions because people take things way too seriously. But, like, maybe not that many repercussions, you know? I don't know. It's very strange. At the end of the day, you know, you'll do what you will do. You'll live how you'll live. Do as thou wilt. And, you know, we'll meet in the middle somewhere, I guess. There we go. So yeah, it's an interesting sort of prospect. You can do whatever you want, and people don't know how to process that when they're first given that immense taste of freedom. If they don't immediately seize up because, you know, paralysis of analysis, if they don't immediately freeze up when it dawns on them just how much control they have over their life on 2B2T, an unprecedented degree of freedom that people don't generally have in real life, they go crazy. It's definitely an intoxicating sort of power. And yeah, like, that can make people go mad. And that will inevitably bring out your true nature. It brings out who you really are. And some people, you know, they'll get over it. They'll realize that, yeah, it's an immense amount of power, but everybody's fucking got it. If everybody has it, it's really not that special. The only reason it's special is because on 2B2T, it's the only place where you have that level of freedom. Nowhere else will you ever be able to enjoy that level of freedom. So it's still somewhat special to have compared to the outside world. But at the end of the day, you know, everybody can flex their dick on you. So what? You know, you learn to just sort of live with it. And yeah, like, that was one of the main reasons some complete rando who just stumbled upon my C-Spire base. He stumbled upon it, and his excuse was like, this is 2B2T, I have to grief this. I found it, I have to destroy it. And I can kind of understand that to a degree. But at the same time, like, that's a silly reason. Oh, this is 2B2T, I have to grief it. And I fully admit that's exactly the same reason that I griefed my first base. And I took all their riches. I was like, yeah, you left your shit out in the open. You know, I had to do it. Like, let this be a lesson to you. And yeah, that's self-righteous new faggotry. Definitely. But, like, that's 2B2T. When I grief, I generally make it a point to... There's a purpose to it. You know? So, hey, it's whatever. People will get whatever they want, I guess, out of life. I don't know. Playing 5T, hate the long queue on 2B2T. Yeah. Yeah, especially with people like Ninja and all those other fools. Yeah, they will have very likely have bloated 2B2T's wait time again. As though it wasn't long enough. Yeah. Every time, I've called this before, every time the player queue drops to any decent length, 100, 200 people, and you can reasonably get through the main queue, not priority, the main queue, in 3 to 4 hours. Every time the player base drops to that level, a fuck-ass YouTuber shows up, or streamer, shows up, and bloats everything to hell and back. And it's just like, well, there goes the neighborhood. You know, you'll have 50 million people wanting to show up and test the waters, as it were. And, like, that level of cannibalism just, like, sickens me. And I just, like, do your own thing, people. Make your own art. Do what I do. Something. Make shit that people want to watch or do. Don't clout chase the name 2B2T. If you really want to play 2B2T, play it anonymously. And I'll give props to J Slat, because he did that once. He did play it anonymously and didn't make a big deal out of it. And then Fit, like, what was it? He coordinate exploited his base or some shit. Because it was in the, what was it? It was in the nerds little database, I think it was. But, like, at least, you know, don't be an attention whore, basically. So I don't know. I guess that's what sickens me about it. It's the attention whoring. Hey, look at me. I'm playing 2v2t. Like, that is precisely the reason I don't play 2v2t. It's just not worth it anymore. Oh well, what can you do? I feel like complaining about those types is just a waste of everybody's time. A waste of my breath and a waste of my life. Old man yells at cloud, you know, that sort of thing. No comm, yes, no comm was the thing. Love how quick people are to name the beast. I'm honestly surprised more people aren't spamming log4j because that was such a big deal. But, I don't know. Maybe people didn't care as much about that one. Who knows? And don't start spamming log4j, and don't start spamming no-comm either. Like, we all know what it was. We don't need a reminder. Log4 loser. Yeah, pretty much. Being such a big name YouTuber, I make money off of that, and my brain has to be rewired to seek such attention out in a way that normal. Yeah, I guess that is kind of how it is. Because a lot of these people, I understand the grind. You have to stay relevant somehow. And so, clickbait is the best way to stay relevant. But there's being interesting, and there's being predatory. And yeah, clickbait very quickly becomes predatory. Because I watch plenty of big YouTubers like Nile Red, a few other people like that. I won't name them all, but you get the idea. And they're always eager to lead with something crazy or interesting. But it stands on its own merits. It's not parasitic. And I just get the feeling that a lot of this stuff is just parasitic. It's very sort of, hey, look, Ma, no hands, that sort of thing. Okay, what is this? 17? Yeah, it's 17. All right. So right about here should be the center. Or no. One up. So 17 and 17 is 16 plus 1, so that's 8 and 8. Perfect. Perfecto. Let's make it 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right there. Wunderbar. Or whoa, that's a block too low. There we go. Log4j exploit made you feel less bad about the hundreds of dollars you sunk into Alibaba stock. Why'd you sink money into Alibaba? I don't understand. I'm not into like crypto and stock market and stuff of that nature. So I'm very much a layman. You'll have to explain it to me. Clout chasing the 2BTT namesake because their child fans will gobble it up. Yeah. Like, I'll admit, I use the name 2B2T a lot, and I'll post with like hashtag 2B2T on stuff. But I'm allowed. I played the server for the greater part of the last decade. I got to do shit on that server. I have the stuff. I did all of that shit. I have the stones. I can say, hey, you know, I was 2B2T. I made that place. I helped sculpt it. Obviously, I wasn't the only person, but you get the idea. Like, you know, I'm not a clout chaser. I made my life what it is. And so, you know, recognize that. I recognize 2B2T as being, you know, a huge part of my life for a long time. And I'd still be playing it right now if it weren't for the damn way it ended up. Like, 2B2T was done dirty. I don't want anyone to, like, forget that. 2B2T was just absolutely done dirty. It was done dirty by Housemaster. It was done dirty by Fit. It was done dirty by Camping Rusher. It was done dirty by the nerds. It was done dirty by every single conga line YouTuber in the last 5 years. And it's sad. It's just sad. But what can you do? Like, it's like seeing your beloved... Star Wars. Perfect example. It's like seeing what the Star Wars franchise has become. You were put into cryogenic sleep 15, 20 years ago, and you wake up hoping to see a brighter tomorrow, and you're like, oh, Star Wars. I loved Star Wars. Boy, those 15 years. Yeah, that would have been the prequel film. Oh, man, those prequel films. I sure loved those. Words uttered moments before disaster. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they did with all the new Star Wars stuff. Boy, are you not just in absolute shambles. Ugh. Just kill me. And so it's becoming that, pretty much. It's not quite as bad. 2B2T's name has not quite ended up in that place. But I could see it ending up there one day. I really hope that doesn't happen. God, I hope that does not happen. Can you imagine if 2B2T gets the Star Wars treatment? Wokeification. Ugh. Oh man, I would just... I would disown 2B2T at that point. I'd be like, hell no, I never played that server. Fuck off. I never played 2B2T, no. That place doesn't exist. That server is dead to me. I would have to. Just on principle alone, I would have to. Oof. Hearing Fit mention the cloud security team, yeah. I didn't watch the Log4j video that he made, just because I knew it would be kind of... A, it wouldn't be anything I didn't already know, and B, who cares? Like, Log4j parts 2 and 3 are the things people should care about. And we don't know enough about those yet. Just that whoever it is that's threatening with this shit is promising to leak more or whatever. So I don't know. It's like SpongeBob, exactly. The horrid things they've done to that since the passing of Steve Hellenberg. Oh, the horrible things they did to SpongeBob before his passing, let alone after. Oh. It's the sort of thing that makes you go, please God, no. Oh God, no. Please God, no. Oh God. When Steve Carell was on The Office. Ugh. Okay. I'm liking it so far. Not sure where I'm taking this crazy place yet, but, you know, it's getting there. Okay. Oh, wait. Shit. I need to paste with air to get it looking right. There we go. Ooh. Right about here. Cool. Anyway. So let's see here. When I build, do I have motivation to finish my build or continue working on it? Because after a day or two, you get bored with any kind of big project. Some of these builds, I don't have the motivation to continue. Some I do. Just depends. Depends on how I feel. Some of these, I'm not that worried about it. Some of these, I'm very worried about it. It just depends. I'm not really, like, certain what I'm doing half the time. I'm just building whatever I feel like building. So, like, don't read too deeply into it. Oh, wait. There we are. So yeah, as for motivation, you gotta force yourself to do stuff, man. If you want to make something good, you're gonna have to make yourself do it. And part of that is learning how to motivate yourself intentionally. You know, discipline, self-discipline. And that's not an easy feat. That's something you're going to just have to figure out how to get all on your own. Oh, fuck. Okay. Got to extend this. So, you know, good luck. You're going to need it because the first few times you try to force yourself into a project, you're going to hate yourself. You're not going to like it. You're not going to be able to want to finish. And there are plenty of things I've wanted to finish over the years but haven't. Self-motivation and self-discipline will take you quite a long way if you can master that skill. It's a skill like anything else. You have to want it. And for me, I have this burning desire, this absolute need to see this place finished. And if I don't, it'll eat away at me slowly. And so, here I am. So giving yourself the reason to do something, as difficult as it is, you know, that's really your only saving grace, is if you can force yourself to do it. There we go. That looks great. So yeah, your best bet is to just force yourself into making the thing in question that you're trying to make. There really isn't any sort of cure-all. If you want to do something, you're just going to have to see it done. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Shia LaBeouf said it correctly the first time. It's literally the only smart, correct thing Shia LaBeouf has ever said. And that is simply this. Just do it. The fuck? Where'd it go? Oh. I didn't rotate it, did I? There we go. Yeah. So yeah, just do it. That's the only way you will see whatever it is you're trying to do come to fruition. Is there a schematic for this? I made a schematic of this place back in 2019. and it's very complicated now. It's of the base as it was in 1.12. And 1.12 was a while ago, and I've made many changes and updates since. So I have a schematic, but it wouldn't be accurate, and it wouldn't be anything, or it would be accurate to how it was on 2B2T. But I mean, you can already go ahead and download how it was on 2B2T yourself if you know where to look. So it doesn't really matter. Like, when this is finished and I've released the world download and it's all said and done, you can make your own schematic and go from there. But you may be waiting a while. Just saying. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I love that pressed look. Oh, that's sexy. Question, have I checked out the Minecraft urban planning community? Alpine's videos have given you a lot of motivation to incorporate some semblance of it. I have not. I'm not urban planning or doing anything. I'm just throwing things where I want to throw them. If I like doing it, I do it. I feel like my city will have more of an organic feel while simultaneously being sort of technical and spacey. But also I kind of want a sort of ethereal feel to everything. I don't really want it to be an exact, you know... I don't want it to be perfectly sci-fi, but I don't want it to be like fantasy. I want it to sort of be a fantasy sci-fi mix, I guess. Can I show you the statistics of this world? I can, but there's no point. They wouldn't be accurate to anything, and what would that accomplish? Like, I can show you the stats real quick. But, like, who cares? Like, none of these are accurate to 2B2T or any of that. All of this is accurate to what I've done since I started streaming. But, so what? Like, that's really not the important thing you want to know. Maybe if I could log on to all my accounts and accumulate, or total up all the cumulative time and stuff, maybe then I could kind of give you a better overview. Because I think what you want to know is, you know, how much time have I spent? I really couldn't tell you, to be honest. It's been too long. Hey, ZRX, how are you? Shaders? Yeah, I might show this place off with shaders later. Space Valk 3 is like Berserk. Has a start, a middle, and maybe has an ending. Oof. That hits far too close to home, man. Far too close to home. Don't make me cry. But I will say this. I'm not going to give up. I want to do this base. Like I said, I want to see this place finished. So even if I have to take a break at some point and like come back to it in a year or whatever, I'm not saying I'm going to. So, you know, don't feel bad. But even if I had to end up taking a break at some point for whatever reason, it would be okay. I would just resume. I would come back. Don't worry. This place will be finished someday. I promise. It's just going to take time. Space Valk is eternal, exactly. Complementary shaders have really cool end skyblocks. Ah. I believe I just have the standard, what do I have? I don't have complementary, I've got BSL. And I'll mess with those later, because they slow down the game almost terribly. I don't dare use it until I'm done building. I'm not a shaders person, I just can't stand it. Shaders feel to me like it isn't the way Minecraft was meant to be seen, in my opinion. So I just don't like them. F in the chat for Berserk. Oof. I know. Oh, 5% of the universe. Yeah, you're right, Jeranon. Yes. 5% of the universe is actually explorable, with 95% of it basically being out of reach. Yep. Yep, that is the unfortunate truth of the universe. With no faster than light travel, there will be no way to reach distant galaxies because of the expansion of space. And so those galaxies, all we will be able to see is how they were. But we'll never be able to go and physically visit them because they will just be so absurdly far away. And due to the expansion of space, we're basically never going to be able to reach them because we can never fly faster than light, and space is expanding faster than the speed of light. And so we're basically just out of luck. It's a very sad idea, but it's very true. There is no Star Trek world in which we travel to the stars with a warp drive or something like that. Rip Kintara Mura, I know. Don't be sad for his passing, be happy he was in our lives. Oh shit. Well, it's easily fixed. So yeah, we will just have to make do. But as for exploring the Milky Way, yeah, that's totally possible. Even if it would take hundreds of thousands of years to explore in any decent detail. Because the problem is the Milky Way, like, the vastness of space is something that can't be underestimated. It really can't. And I'm not sure people really understand that. Especially since there's no such thing as faster than light travel. So it just is, it's a huge catch-22. I don't think people have really stumbled upon quite yet. I want this to pop out. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Now then, never thought you'd be questioning your existence due to a Minecraft build stream. Well, hey, I can make you question your existence all night long, Thori. Just stick around, mate. We'll have a blast. What's another really interesting thing? For example, if you could travel faster than light, you would violate causality. Or you could violate causality. And so one day, the galaxies and stars will all slowly fade out and turn red because that light gets redshifted as it expands through space, comes to us, and then it will become unobservable, basically. Oh, So yeah, beware. That's a thing. Though it will happen very, very, very long time from now. So Don't worry about that. Not to give you any existential dread or anything. But, you know. One day the stars will all burn out and life as we know it will probably cease to exist. But hey, you know, we got to... at least we got to play Minecraft and see Space Valkyria and all that. Could be worse. You could have never gotten in to do any of those things. What about wormholes? Singularities exist at the center of a wormhole. You'll never be able to pass through them. Singularities will destroy you. So unfortunately, there is no way to travel through wormholes. At least not that we have found through mathematics. If some sort of, I don't know, alternative is discovered, maybe that might work. But I guarantee you that if you can travel through a wormhole, it won't violate causality. So you won't be traveling faster than light. Even if it does reach to a distant part of the universe, first of all, there has never been any method of stabilizing a wormhole that we're aware of. But even then, you would still be, like, restricted once you get out of the wormhole, assuming you could find one that you could travel through. And, yeah, like, there wouldn't be any way to go any farther out from where you end up from the wormhole. So you'd basically still be gated. You'd just be in a different section of the park, but you're still gated, basically. And, yeah, like, that would be a problem. For space exploration, anyway. It's easy to say that only 5% of space is explorable, but it's hard to comprehend that 5% is more vast than anything we can dream of. Oh, I know. Like, the unimaginable vastness of space is so mind-boggling. I don't think people have any... They don't have a way to parse that, you know? They don't have anything they can use in their daily life to compare it to. And so the idea is almost lost on them. And what do? You know, how do you convey this? Just is what it is. You've just got to kind of... I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have any clue as to how you would make people understand. Space is a... It's a nutso place. Nutso friendly. Dead alien civilizations is quite terrifying. I don't know about dead. I will say this. Whether or not alien civilizations are dead is totally irrelevant. Whether or not there are alien civilizations at all is totally irrelevant. We will never be able to reach any such civilization. At least not in a meaningful way. Because you would only ever know what they are way after the fact. The odds are very good that if you did see them or have you know, some proof that they're there, it would already be too late. So much time will have had to have passed, it won't matter. I would say alien civilizations are unobtainably far away. Oh shit. Maybe I'm wrong and something will, you know, come to light that changes that. But I don't think so. I've yet to hear of anything that would really resoundly refute the idea that alien civilizations are here or whatever. Because, you know, there are always those crazies who are like, oh, aliens walk among us. You gotta go. Okay, we'll take care of Mocha. But I don't believe that because, quite simply, it's not possible to hide stuff like that. People don't realize that it's not... I don't think you could just hide among people and go completely undetected. Like, it's not that simple. Us humans have a decent amount of a documented history to piece together our story if we're discovered by aliens in the future. But reaching them and them reaching us is moderately impossible. Yes, exactly. You have struck on the right chord, Thori. Even if they did find us, we're not going to be anything like we are now. I can imagine that if a civilization arose just a few thousand years ago, or even a few tens of thousands of years ago, we probably still don't know that they exist because we just can't know. Light hasn't reached us from them, and they can't reach us because vice versa. So it's just kind of like, well, giant catch-22. But who knows? We shall see. The only cure for that is time. I don't like that. That's a little bit better. Quiet civilizations and dead civilizations are the only ones left. Maybe. But we can't know that is the thing. Not enough time has really passed for us to be able to ascertain that definitively. We can guess, but as for having a definitive answer, not in our lifetime. Maybe someday we'll know the answer as to whether or not there are quiet or just dead civilizations or whatever. I personally don't think dead civilizations are the way people will, or the way any extraterrestrial being would want to act anyway. Just because it would make more sense for them to want to know, like us. Like, you wouldn't get to a civilization that could go out into the stars. I don't think you could survive that long and be so bad that you would want to just wipe everybody out and be so hostile that the only option is for everybody to just be dead silent, lest they be struck down out of the sky. I'd like to think that it would just make sense to be cooperative and understanding and, you know, inquisitive about each other. Or wait. I would think you would have already wiped yourselves out by that point if you weren't. Me talking about sciencey shit is entertaining. Well, good. I'm glad that you like it. Us as humans have a decent amount of... Oh, I already read that one. Whoops. We think differently, but somehow have the same train of thought. Maybe different ways to explain, but then again, we're all just humans in the end. No idea where it will end. Yeah, I know. Hopefully it doesn't end badly. But who knows? Time will tell. I think I'm going to change this one to make it more congruent with its partners. Okay. Let's put some fins. Ooh, I like that. Yes, please. Ooh, wonderful. Really makes me sad I can't place glass panes horizontally. Like across here. That would be so nice. I can do this at least, but I don't know. Hey, Sontan Vien. Ultramassive black holes can't exist right now because the universe is too young. Right. What's your opinion on black hole farming, Jeranon? Hello, no. You wouldn't happen to be Dr. No, would you? Don't answer that. That was a bad riddle. Or a bad pun. Okay. Let's get some iron bars in there. What's my opinion on the Log4j exploit? Brace yourself, there's more to come. There was not just one exploit. There's apparently 2 other types. I don't know what they entail. I don't know how bad they are. I don't know if I'm vulnerable, if you're vulnerable. All I know is people are working on it. But the good news is, with exploits like this, they don't last. Exploits of this nature have a very short shelf life because shitheads like the people who find it want to wag their dicks and show it off. And be all like, heh, look at this exploit I have. And, yeah, that tends to get that shit patched. Exploits of that nature don't tend to last when you go around telling everybody you have said exploit. So I don't know. Rotate it 180. Ooh, I like that. Try to get a little bit of some texture going, since this is all just plain quartz. Ow. My arm is itching. Now then, anything on the internet can be exploited and abused. Yep. Too true. Too true. Find me something that can't be abused, annihilated, hacked, etc. Right, I mean, any system will inevitably become a playground for the ne'er-do-wells. Oh, I like that. Kind of wish you could place the beacon upside down, but that works. Let's put some polished buttons everywhere. Everybody likes buttons. Is that not snazzy? Like the detail on the builds. I do too. It's my favorite part, is adding small details like this. This is what I live for. Removes the blockiness of the game, exactly. That's why we need sideways stairs and slabs. Tell Mojang. Spread the word. Because they won't do it if we don't bitch enough. Hey, Diluted Water, how are you? I'm doing good. Haven't seen you in a while, but, you know, life, I'm assuming. Bedrock slab? No, we don't need that. We need slabs and stairs of every material, and we need sideways stairs and slabs. Those two things would be a builder's wet dream. I'm very, very concerned as to why Mojang is so reluctant to do it. But they are, so I don't know. They'll hide caves and cliffs, but not quality of life improvement. Oh, I know, right? That curse. Yep. The curse of microsuck. Gotta wonder if they even realize how impactful it would be. I mean, surely they don't. Simply because they would have done it if they'd realized. Making a Space Valkyria themed build, so that's not... Well, good. I'm glad to hear it. Make sure to show it off on the Discord if you haven't already joined Diluted Water. I don't know if you have or not. Microsoft has gone down the path of pawning the game. I don't know if they're that far yet, but they're definitely going there. I can tell. It's gonna be hard. I can tell that they're gonna want to push people to an inferior game. I don't know. They're gonna do shit that it's gonna make you scratch your head, and it'll probably be too late to do anything about it. Java's iffy. Bedrock is the bastard child of the franchise. Yeah, I suppose. That's not a bad way to put it, in all honesty. Bedrock has, like, the child fan base. And obviously children have always made Minecraft the giant that it is. And so, while I don't mind a new generation of gamers growing up with Minecraft, at the same time, I don't want them to grow up with the inferior version of the game. I want them to have a better version of the game than what I had, you know? And I just don't see Mojang hitting that stride, you know? It's just one of those things where you're wondering if... You worry for your future. You worry for the future of that what you care for. Things like that. Why have I not installed a hacked client to help with building? I'm not sure I need a hacked client, to be honest, because World Edit does everything I need it to do pretty much anyway. The only thing that would be really truly helpful is maybe Fast Place. and fast break. Maybe. And even that's iffy because I can just select an area and replace or remove or set to whatever block I want. So I don't really need a hack client, because what am I going to do? Look for chests? Watch out for enemy players? Use tracers? Like, what the fuck does that do for me? So I don't really feel like there's a value to using a hack client, and that I'm just not interested in doing it, in using one. Maybe someday that might change, but for now, no, I don't need one. And if it does change, I know the one I'm going to use. So it's not even like it's going to be, you know, your hack client of choice. It'll probably be Future or whatever I'm eyeing at the time. But I don't need a hack client. That's the thing. I kind of like not having to use a hack client anymore, and not having to be paranoid and always think about, oh god, what if I'm being followed? What if someone's exploiting my coordinates? Like, I don't have to think about that shit. I can just do whatever and enjoy myself. Isn't that nice? To be able to just enjoy yourself? Whoa. Damn it, I fell. I'm sure a lot of people would give anything to be able to just enjoy themselves playing this game. But Jack, what if I need crystal PvP? I doubt that a real crystal PvP situation's ever going to arise. And if it does, yikes. If it does, I hope not. But if it does, it does. I'll cross that bridge if and when I come to it. All I can do is hope I don't ever have to worry. With crystal PvP though, in a vanilla setting, it's over very quickly. You're not going to have the chance to fuck up, and they're not going to have the chance to fuck up too much either. Like, it's so over and done. Crystal PvP in a legitimate vanilla setting is... It's blink and you miss it. It's usually who can get a sneak attack in on who first. And so for Crystal PvP, I'm not really worried about it. Because I know one guy in the no-life competition, I know one guy has ender crystals. He found them from what I understand. And that's fine. But you gotta be... like super, you know, and I know who it is too. So you're going to have to just like, you got to get the drop on people if you're going to crystal PvP them in a vanilla setting. Because anyone worth their salt isn't going to let you get the setup. Not to mention, like, a simple bow and arrow may yet be more effective. Because if you can hit people from afar and, you know, hit them before they can get to cover, that sort of thing, it may not even matter. We'll have to see. I could be completely talking out of my ass and totally wrong. I don't know. But we'll see. And the thing of it is, the guy who has crystals in no life, he doesn't have that many of them. And so, and here's the other problem. If you don't have blast protection, probably blast protection 4, and you're not well covered, you'll kill yourself. Crystals become a suicide bomb. And the idea is to kill your opponent when that time comes, not yourself, which would obviously put you in a disadvantage too. So crystals may or may not be a double-edged sword. Especially in a game like No Life. That's predominantly why I'm not terribly worried about it. But again, I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. We shall see. Let's just hope that that doesn't ever come to pass, and that whoever has crystals, I won't say their name, but let's just hope that they die through external means that are completely unrelated, and that they don't ever get to use them. Or that they fall in lava and their crystals are worthless. Boy, wouldn't that be an irony. That would be genuinely funny. Like, oh man, I was gonna crystal PvP the shit out of everybody, but I got knocked in lava instead. Actually, the lava in the Nether alone may be enough of a reason to worry about not just bed bombing, but fire resistance potions. Oh yeah, and a Strider. I wonder if anyone's going to try the Strider strat. I don't know, I think you'd have to have a lot of arrows to make that work. But if you can get a saddle and a warped fungus on a stick, you can just chug around on a Strider back and just pick at people from afar, and you're out over the lava. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do? They can shoot you back, I guess, but if you hoof it out of there, maybe not so much. So I don't know, that was just one of the strategies I thought up. We'll see. We'll see. Jack, another question. Did Frickin' kill me during the original Space Valkyrie grief? I thought that was someone else, but it may have been Frickin'. If it was, oh well. I will say this. I was using Future at the time, and I was not terribly used to Future. But also that it was a 5v1. And I don't know how many 5v1s you guys have fought before, but those are not winning odds. Crystal PvP or no, a 5v1 is pretty much a death sentence. But the other problem was, I didn't know this. I had a hack on called anti-ghost blocks, which fucked with the way that I placed blocks. And so I would try to pillar up, because, you know, I was being chased around corners and stuff, so I would try to pillar up like that, but it would like undo some of the block placements. And so it would produce this weird behavior, and I would be unable to move. And so it just kind of didn't work out. My goal was to try to escape back to the central pillar and get through the return portal. That way I could crystal them at spawn, because that area was just covered with obsidian. Obviously, that was a long shot because I was extremely far away. We didn't have Elytra, and there were just too many of them. And they had already destroyed the central pillar, so there was no clear-cut path back to not die, basically. There was no escape. It was untenable. And so, yeah, I mean, they had the strategic advantage. They had a week or more to plan. They knew where we were. They had superior numbers, like, it just happens. I can only hope that, you know, karma pays them back. Who knows? Maybe it already has. Fuck if I know. It's probably one of those things I'll never get to know the answer to anyway. So I find it's best to just forget about it. But on the bright side, one of the silver linings to that whole incident was that after they killed me, they stopped looking for me. And they weren't looking for any other site or any other thing. And so nobody thought, oh, Jack has a second base. Let's go find that too. Nobody knew about that. And so we got away scot-free, right under the nerds' nose with one of the most powerful exploits of all time. We just retreated back to a literal copy of what they destroyed, or rather it was the original site. They destroyed the copy. We just retreated back to that, and then I kept building. And I just went underground with a secret alt. And it didn't fucking matter. I still say I got the last laugh. If not for the Turks meddling, like, that still would have ended pretty well in my favor. Because they would never have bothered to log my location ever again, I don't think. And they wouldn't have known who I was. They wouldn't have gone looking for me, at least not so overtly. And I don't think they would have gotten that lucky again. I don't know. It's impossible to know exactly how things might have gone, but, you know. At least for a year, I was untouched. After they griefed the copy. For at least a year, I was untouched. And the Turks only found us by complete accident. That was not no-com related. So, at the end of it all, I'd still say I kind of had the last laugh with that. At least that's my opinion. Your mileage may vary, but, you know. Chat a little dead. No, chat's about all about the same, honestly. I've never attracted that many people that the chat is just absolutely screaming. So don't be surprised that it's not bustin'. But hey, thanks for coming out, those of you who do. Those of you who want to see me make cool shit. I'm happy there's at least one or two of you who want to. So that's good enough. Oh, speaking of, I realized I just hit 11,500. So halfway to 12K. Yay. I guess. I don't know. It works. Say I got the last laugh also. They also destroyed it and gave up searching. Yeah. The thing of it is, they had the perfect searching mechanism, the perfect searching algorithm, the perfect everything. And they could have easily just made it work. If they had just been more persistent, they could have found the second site. But they didn't. They got lazy and they gave up, and sometimes that's enough. Sometimes you only need your opponent to think they're done and to quit for you to ultimately be okay. How many ideas did I have? Oh, I've had plenty. I have a ton of little slips of paper that I've drawn building designs onto and just things like that. I plan on taking this place to the next level. Okay, try to watch when you can. Past few weeks been busy. Yeah, I know. Past few weeks have probably been finals. Chinese streamer flying around ended up finding it. No, they were Turkish streamers. They were not Chinese. I don't know where you got the idea that they were Chinese. True Turkish, yeah, okay. You'd say Sun Tzu quote sums it up. Appear weak when you were strong and strong when you were weak. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You don't give them an inch. You don't make them think there's an inch to take. And you take all the inches for yourself. While giving away the appearance of there being no inches to take. At least something like that. That's just good strategy. You appeared weak, you've been in grief. Appeared strong prior to the grief. Yeah, pretty much. Well, to be fair, it's not like we could have known they had no comms. Nobody could have predicted it was that extensive. Although, if I had to do it over and I had all the knowledge that I have today, oh, you bet I would have exposed their asses so fast. Their heads would have spun. I would have just quietly alerted Paper. Hey, you've got a faulty patch on your site. Take it down. Tell people. Yeah, this was bugged by this group of people. Blacklist them. And then I'd dox every single one of them. And be like, yeah, these are the people who bugged your website. Seek legal reparations or repercussions to them. Because that is illegal. What the nerds did to get that bad plugin on Paper's site, that's illegal. Like, they could be taken to court for that, although I doubt anyone would try to press any charges, but they could, theoretically. And so I would encourage them at the very least. I'd be like, yeah, these are the people who did it, you know. Have at it. Well, to be fair, you wouldn't have to dox anyone. Their shit's already available to the public, but you get the idea. The nerds deserve as much. Pretty sure there's another similar no-com going around. There's lots of people getting sniped in the middle of nowhere. Really? Well, that sounds like their problem. Not mine. Okay. So I want some trees here. I think that'll be the last thing I do for the evening. Let's grab some of these trees here. There we go. Pop Bob could be a great cellmate to Chris Chan. Well, I don't think they would be put in the same place. From what I understand, Chris Chan is being held because he's a danger to himself and others. And so they're not going to put him in with the general population. And maybe Pop Bob would fall into a similar group of being more a danger to himself and others. Maybe. But, I don't know. Pop Bob is not mentally ill. At least not to the degree that Chris Chan is. And so I don't think that would go over well. Because Chris Chan is a menace to society. And hopefully he gets dealt with soon. Boy, wouldn't that be nice. Is this lined up? Yeah, it's lined up. Cool. Let's get some nice foliage here or there. Make it all look more, what the hell? More or less lived in. Right here. Pop Bob should grief Chris Chan. Again, I don't think that'll happen or go over very well, but sure, whatever. What did Chris Chan do? Oh boy, don't worry about it. You do not want to know. If you are in any way squeamish, you do not want to know. Chris Chan is the scum of the earth. And this is coming from somebody who would work with the elderly. So yeah, I do not have a high opinion of him any longer. I'd hoped years ago, very foolishly, that Chris Chan would sort out his life and get shit on track and like become a better person. God, how wrong I was. Who is Chris Chan? Don't worry about it. You don't want to know. Save yourself the trouble. Do I think he's dropped the soap yet? It doesn't matter. He's isolated. He is not in any way in danger of that mattering. And they're not going to put him in the general prison populace. So don't worry about it. It's very likely that Chris Chan, if he doesn't get off entirely, which, sad as that is, that's how the legal system can be sometimes. People who deserve to be put under the jail don't get even a day beyond, But then Chris Chan is in jail awaiting a hearing now as we speak. So, like, I don't know. They may just all count it as time served. That's the other annoying thing. They may just be all like, well, you spent 8-9 months in the pokey. That's enough. And then they'll just call it good there. When it's anything but. And I'm not going to elaborate on what he did. You can look it up for yourself. Yeah, don't go down that rabbit hole. Save yourself the trouble, please. But yeah, it's just one of those things. You just don't... You don't do what he did and get off light. Yeah, right here ought to do. Okay. Cool. Oh, wait. That's too close. Okay. Yeah, I like that. It's not a very tall building, but, doesn't really have like a prominent profile like that or that, but you see it. You know it's there. I like it. White Fanta? Okay. I think that will do about all that. Although I did want to add just a few leaves out here. Just like that. That's my little cheat. Using leaves everywhere. Gives the place a more lived-in feel. More organic sort of design. Just like that. Okay. Are children who act in R-rated movies allowed to watch the film when it's done? Yeah, I would assume. But I don't know of many children that have acted in an R-rated movie. So I wouldn't know. What a interesting question. From that same person that likes asking said interesting questions. Okay. That said, enough of that. Pull the old Jeffrey Epstein on him. Well, that kind of requires a government agency to intervene, and yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But hey, you know, crazier shit has occurred in life, so it's whatever. I'm fairly certain Jeffrey Epstein is either malding in hell or laughing, it's hard to say which, over the fact that his name has become like such an in-joke. I was Epsteined. Epsteined, I tell you. Double cross me, I'll Epstein you. Nobody gets away with this. I'll see you Epstein for this. God, that just fits so well, doesn't it? Scum is a compliment addressing Christian. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So that said, I think that's about everything I wanted to do to the outside of that building. Pretty much. Still haven't done anything internally with a lot of this, but oh well. Oh yeah, that was going to be a mansion. I like how that turned out. And how you can just casually look over and see this giant central pillar hanging out over here. God, that's loading in slow. Damn, you could just like come out here onto this balcony and you have a wonderful view. Holy shit. If it'll load in, geez. Come on, you fuck. This has to be a 1.18 or an Optifine issue. Maybe it's an Optifine issue. But yeah, you can just casually see, you know, out your back window, your back door here. You would walk out through here, and you look over to your left, and there it is, just the entirety of the central pillar, just hanging out. And you go on into this house when I'm done. Of course, it will look like an actual house inside, but you get the idea. And then this is your front balcony. Not a bad little view, I guess. No, I can't leave buildings empty. I won't leave them empty before it's done, but until it's done, I leave them empty until I'm inspired enough to put something inside, you know what I mean? Do not worry about it. Still a lot of empty space over here I could fill in. I'll have to think about all that over there. So yeah, let's see here. I promised I would do shaders. Hopefully this is somewhat decent. Wonder what will happen when you open the map on your PC. Yeah, you might want to stick it in the freezer in advance. Just saying. Just as like a precaution. You know, stick that sucker in the whatever your freezer's at. How OP are my specs? My specs aren't too terrible. Decent GeForce graphics card. You know, I got some decent shit. It doesn't help that I'm trying to run this with shaders. Actually, let me go to the very, very, very center. And now I'll walk through it all. Or wait, no. Let's go down through the very center. God, that's bright. Okay. So down here at the very bottom is, you know, very bottom. Looks really nice with shaders in this aquarium. I've got a pet guardian up there somewhere. There are lots of 2B2T map arts that I don't really want to show too much of, but, you know. Drythith the Third. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I don't know why the mobs pathfind into the walls, but fish seem to be doing that, so I don't know. Got lots of maps from 2B2T and lots more maps up here that I'm not going to show off. This whole area is so laggy because of all the item frames. Let's see here. Man, I can remember when this area was easy to move around in. Anyway, this is the return portal. Or the return gateway. You flick a lever up here somewhere. There it is. And that's what opens it. And so that just takes you back to the obsidian platform. That's how we would go to spawn to trade with people. Is we would use that. Sorry for the low frame rate. Like, this place is terrible. I don't hang out at the central pillar for a reason. Anyway, so you come out here. It's getting a little better. As I get farther and farther away, anyway. Just look at all the craziness. Wow, as you come up here into this desert biome, you can, or well, mesa biome, you can just see everything. All of it floating off in the distance. That's so cool. It's such a neat effect. I love that. Could try switching to sodium fabric. Oh, that's an idea, Universals. What kind of trades did I do? I mostly did map art trades. I didn't need much in the way of items. Just because we could duplicate everything. So it didn't matter. But at the time, I thought, because we weren't sure if we were going to have a dupe or not, I wasn't sure if it was going to matter, if having trade access was going to be important. And then all the maps got fucking wiped, and so it didn't matter. But, oh well. So there's another... These are one of these tiny little terrarium biomes that I made. Not really a biome, but it's a terrarium. Looks nice. Can't deny that. Made 2 of them. The giant bright ass beams that'll blind you. I might have to switch to sodium eventually. I've never tried sodium. It'll get better the farther away I go from the central pillar. Just because the central pillar is where everything was concentrated for so long. The armor stands, the item frames, like everything just conspire, plus shaders. It all just conspires against it, and I have a good computer. Actually, before I go on, I want to kind of look out. So this is what you would see normally. You could see the middle ring. You can even begin to see somewhat of some of the Disc City. Let's just fly on out of here. Oh yeah, they Pop-Up changed his skin. I forgot about that. Anyway, this was the central storage room. Lots of good items we duped here. I have lots of fond memories of it. Whoa. It's so incredibly easy to fall. We have the farming level. Wheat looks amazing. Come on, fly. There we go. Then we have the first level aquarium. Most people miss this first aquarium in here. I wanted to also put a guardian in there, but then we got word that fish were going to be a real thing. So I put a bunch of fish in there. We'll go out the eastern gate, because that's where all the city is concentrated right now. This is the park. I love how the aurora effect just glows just slightly above everything. Oh my god, the frame rate is increasing. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so much better. So yeah, this is the disc park. I made it as comfy and relaxed as I could, pretty much. A single rose can be my garden, and a single friend my entire world. I believe that's Hermetic Lock's words. And now we can see the city proper from here. Even if it does kind of hurt the frame rate. And ordinarily, this is where I'd take the elevator down, but we can just fall. And now we're in the city proper. Damn, it's majestic. Straight up breathtaking. Oh, some of it's not loading in. Yeah, shaders are a mistake. Not really the sort of thing you want to use on this map. Even if it does look good. Kind of. But oh well. You could live here like a king. Hot damn. Lots of little bits that I've not really finished, but you get the idea. It's something. King with no people. Well, I mean, it would be up to you to get people here. Like if you hosted this as a multiplayer map of your own and invited your friends, I mean, that would be you. But me, I enjoy making this place. Once it's done, it's done. I'm not going to think about it too hard. Wow, I love that you can still see the aurora from here. Over there. Wow. The glowberries, they just add a wonderful touch of atmosphere, don't they? To this weird-ass art installation. If there were gods on 2B2T, they'd live at the original Space Valkyria. Well, no, they'd live here. Because let's face it, this place is better. How are the resources on my PC? You mean like how much allocated memory do I have? There's all my stuff. It's chewing through stuff pretty hard, I won't deny. But shaders will do that, so. I need to put more nook and cranny, hidden houses or hidden rooms, things of that nature. Oh hey, it's that thing I built today. Wow. Just look at it all. Now, unfortunately, this is where we get to the sparser area. Get the dock, space dock there. Another arm of the central pillar. Just more stuff that I've yet to build out here. Like a futuristic mix of Tokyo and Dubai. Well, I assume that's a good thing. I don't know. Create the TARDIS. Nah. Do I have power plants? Yes, we are coming up on a power plant right now. It'll be up in the sky. You'll see it here shortly. I just want to walk on the ground level just to see what it would feel like. Although... shit ain't loading in for some reason. Or wait, maybe it is loaded in and I just can't tell. Maybe it is loaded. Okay, there we go. It's loading something. So yeah, I didn't want to really like make it feel like you're in an enclosed glass container because that's glass directly above us, but like without the shaders, you can definitely tell. Oh, we got dolphins following us. Got a little bit of very sparse, yeah, there it is. There's the power plant. Very sparse building up till here. Just some experiments with some things. Where do you go? You want to ask how my cat is? She is asleep. She hasn't really been whining, so that's good. Ah, yes, there's your, there it is, charcoal. That's the power plant right there. Floating above the disk. It generates power, and then eventually I'm going to make like little towers that arc blue glass everywhere, sort of like electricity. But yeah, that's the power generator. Is big. Oh god, and now we have the now we have the farm. Oh, that helps tremendously. I think that was the issue. I had the entity render distance up too high. So we're probably getting entities from way over there that are having to be loaded in. That taxes the system too. And now we're entering the industrial sector. Food production farm, villager trading. The iron factory. What the hell? How are there... Is there a villager or two out? Out of containment. No. No? I don't get it. How is there a villager or two out of containment? I don't recall spawning them in. They couldn't have escaped out of the trading hall, could they? Wouldn't think that's possible. They'd have a job. That's very strange. Where the hell did those villagers come from? Oh, did they fuck and the babies escaped? Wandered around and that's how it got out? Very interesting. There's more of them. Did they escape out of the farm? Oh, I bet they did. The farmers threw food to each other. They fucked and made babies, and the babies somehow wiggled their way out. And then they grew up. How many hits do you take to die? 3 hits. Must have had about 6 hearts. Very interesting. Well, it's a mystery I don't care to solve right now. So yeah, this place is an overwhelming giant. You're not late, are you? Well, this is somewhat toward the end of the stream, Rafi. Sorry. The beacons are the best detail. It gives that city a real vibe. Yes, it does. Like, I love that look. And we have now officially made 1 revolution. Oh, I'm gonna go around on Rainbow Road. Gone are the days where I could horse hack down this road safely. Ooh, baby. Yeah, wow. Yeah, the entity render distance was definitely the problem. Being able to see paintings and item frames and armor stands from too far away, that'll just destroy your frame rate. Reflective glass? Well, I mean, glass is just glass. Like, I don't have a choice. Would I be angry if someone literally schematics it onto 2B2T after? No. Why would I be angry with it? As long as they know I'm the one who made it. I don't really care about who schematics what where. Just so long as they don't try to steal credit or anything. Like, people can build whatever they want. I've never been the type of person to be tyrannical about someone doing something of that nature. You want to build cool shit? So do I. You'd be more concerned if they got 1.18 items on 1.12 at that point. Yeah, I know, right? But I suppose you could, like, demake some bits of it. You'd have to forego things like chains, honey blocks. But you could reasonably, you know, do without some of that stuff and not worry. But yeah, if you can get the items to build this place, go right ahead. Feel free. Good luck. You'll need it. Wow, that looks so good. It's another, buildings that peek out of the glass are just, like, so interesting. And here we are again, back where we started. Oh yeah, I've not updated this map in a long while. I don't think I will until I'm finished, just because I would have to update it every so often. Here's the tiny version. Oh wow, you can actually see the fish in there. Nice. This is my peaceful place. This garden area. Spent long enough making it. This base goes hard, mind if you screenshot. Yeah, sure. I can literally take a screenshot of any random frame and sell this as an NFT. No thank you. I'm sure someone would pay for it, but that NFTs are a scam. Everybody knows this. Map won't render anything under the glass dome. Oh, well, yeah, I know that. NFTs are dumb, yes. I wish that fad would just hurry up and disappear. It's an unwritten rule in Space Valk. You must run under the arches and on the path. If you're going to run anywhere, you must follow the path and follow the archways. It's just not the same if you don't. Oh, I never showed up here, did I? Ooh. Wait, where is it? Ah, there it is. There's the exit. Geronimo. Wow. That water reflection. Holy shit, I had no idea. Wait a minute. Oh shit. I've never used shaders in the overworld. Never had a reason to. Well, first time for everything, I guess. That does look absolutely stunning, though, doesn't it? Wow, holy damn, that looks so good. Okay, maybe the overworld isn't such a bad place to be using shaders. I don't think it quite suits the end, but like... Whoops. I definitely want to build something here as like a commemorative sort of thing. Nothing big or nothing elaborate, just tall to take advantage of the height, but how much else that? Hardcore with shaders. Yeah, I might start doing that. I don't know. Oh, hey, Fast Vincent. You may or may not have missed the tour. I don't know. What do I do when I've finished? I just move on to another project. The peace that I feel in the garden is really something you can't describe. It's like it's even on an unfinished world download. It's really chill. Feels almost like a backdoored liminal space. Well, this was before I knew about liminal spaces, but yeah, it was interesting. What shaders are these? This is just... BSL version 8.0.01. I mean, that's it. I haven't gotten anything more up to date than that. Although I'm really, really in love with that reflection of the water. Like, oh man. But yeah. So that's the build height way up there. I'm probably going to take advantage of this. What's it like underwater? Huh. Interesting. God, the lava's so bright. Oh, man. Then obviously it goes down to here. So I don't know. I'll think of something to do here. Something that's not, you know, make the original Space Valkyria or anything like that. Although, again, just as a reminder, from here all the way down to sea level, that would be way down here. So, like, right here. So that's 319 minus 62. Hold on a second. If I'm not mistaken, $257. So that means that from like right here. So from like right here on up to the build height, I could literally fit the old Space Valkyria 1 from there all the way up there. It would fit entirely in that height. And I'd still have everything below ground, technically. You know what? I think I'm going to do that, actually. That sounds cheesy, but I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to stick an end portal at the very, very, very bottom of Space Valk 1. And have that be how you hop into the end. Obviously, there are signs to take you to Space Valk 3. You get the idea. And so, yeah, I may do that. 4 stacks of blocks just to go to the height limit. Yep. Should have been here in the stream. That. Oh, yeah, yes. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, Shinobu. Oh, yeah, what I was talking about. Yeah. Shinobu is my spirit animal. Yeah, linking the old to the new. Exactly. You and I think a lot alike, Thori. Love it. Come to think of it, speaking of, I've never once loaded this up in 1.18. Was there an end portal at Space Valk 1? No. That was not a thing we knew existed. I'm pretty sure Tristan had to spawn those in. When he placed those at Space Valk 1. Or no, 2. My bad. He placed those at 2. Yeah, when he did that, he was up to no good. Okay, so we got this. Pause 1. So I'm going to go ahead and insert this now just to get it over and done. Right here, -30. Okay, cool. Pause 2. Yeah, like right there is where I might put the end portal. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Damn, I want to like look through this place. Oh, this is such a fancy looking base. Okay, let's see now. It's what? Schematic? Yeah, schematic. Save. SPU1. Oh. Copy. Cool. Holy shit. 20,333,936. Most of that's air. So like, don't think too hard about it. But schematic save, Space Valk 1. Cool. Okay. Note to self. It's going to paste at my feet where I was, where I copied it. So paste it without air to prevent issue. Three, 4, 5. 6 blocks to the water surface, so probably right there. I want it floating just above. Okay. Schematic. Load. SV1. Paste without air. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. We're 2 blocks above. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Is that going to translate into loss up here? I bet it does. Oh wow. Morning looks so fucking beautiful. Yes. Wait, no? Maybe? Building height is 30. Okay. Oh, okay. So we did unironically lose one thing. I had slabs up here. So we were 1 block too tall. Shit. Damn, rip Space Valk. I hate to undo you. But you have to be undone. No. Okay. Now we can do it again. So only 213,914 blocks affected. So I assume that's the actual block count of the base as a whole. Well, in that case, counting up all the blocks in Space Valk 3 for episode 100 will be very easy. I'm glad it didn't die, yeah. Okay. So yeah, these were half slabs originally. And yeah, that's the build height. Okay. So like I said, we could fit the exact whole thing from start to finish. Also, damn, that glass genuinely reflects something terrible. What am I doing? Let's just set this to air. We don't need no end portal now. Well, I do, but I can do it elsewhere, I mean. Get rid of this. There we have it. Okay. I'm going to set world spawn here. Why not? Right here. Right the fuck here. Why not? This is the perfect spot. What is it? World. Edit. Set world spawn. Ooh. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so these must have waterlogged automatically. Because obviously waterlogging was not a thing back when I made this. But I do want to waterlog this in such a way that it can... so that you can step in and out more easily. Eek. I destroyed it. Man, if only the dark oak and oak checkerboard pattern fit better at Space Valkyria 3. I miss this pattern so much. But it just clashed with the quartz. I just didn't like it. Couldn't really come up with a good reason why. I just didn't see it working out. Oh well, there are a lot of updates and changes I want to make to the original Space Valk 1. So we'll just let that be one of them. Like, for example, I wanted to make some of the stone brick like black stone, and obviously I updated some of it, put some chains here and there. I wanted to, what else? Put some deep slate patterns, because just straight nether brick like this is okay, but could be better. Could be better. Oh, end portal. That's right. So let's figure out where to put this. Oh man, you guys have no idea how hard and how long I had to fish for lily pads back in the day. This is where we hung our fishing rods. There were armor stands up here, but apparently they got cucked. Whatever. This brings back memories. Man. Oh, all the mobs didn't copy over. I see. There we go. Nah, not right there. I wonder if I could have somehow built this farther out after Elytra. If that would have been at all feasible. Yeah, all the armor stands are gone. Well, Fit, the gods of 2B2T did dwell here once upon a time. But they were driven out by devils and Housemaster. So, you know, it do be that way sometimes. I really like this giant open area. Funny, I built this so far predating Elytra. This would be the perfect place to take off from and to launch yourself up to. Like, it would have fit with Elytra perfectly. It's just too bad that it never was meant to be. World Edit doesn't copy entities, that's right. I forgot about that. We used to have so many iron golems that would spawn down in this watery area. Because this was the exact center between two villages. This was officially a village. And of course the doors over here was how it would know that this was a village. That's an old mechanic, it doesn't work anymore. But it would spawn iron golems by the dozen in here. They never really did anything other than just look nice. But you know, free iron, I guess. Oh yeah, I put more banners everywhere. Put some carpet, which kind of looks snazzy with stone brick. Oh yeah, all the heads are no more. Suppose I could spawn them in. Wouldn't be too bad. Oh shit, I forgot that was edgy. You didn't see nothing. You have a tribute on my, of this base on your channel. Okay. Oh yeah, this is when... Yeah, this is when Lemonfoot was gathering dirt for me to make the upper area. You must be this high to get stone. Oh wow, STO, this was Imph stone. Yeah, shit, I built all of this with the stone Imph. Without that, I don't think this place would have been possible. Oh. I was gonna make this an office space. Have a little printer. I think I was making a computer here. Something like that. I forget what we were gonna do in this room. But this room was meant to just sort of be a lookout over the jungle that would eventually be here. Oh, that's right, I destroyed the whole jungle that was up here. I wasn't happy with it. But now I don't remember if what I was going to do with it. That looks weird. Yeah, that one's not right. Oh shit, I forgot about the banners. These were all the people. We had thrones inspired by Kingdom Hearts. That shit was fun. All the thrones, all the banners associated with those people who were supposed to be there. Oh yeah, C-Money 1UP. I forgot about him. I don't think I made a way to go up any farther from here, which is a mistake. Yeah, this goes out. Because there's a little keep area up here. This was a nice little nostalgia trip. I think I'm gonna make the end portal here. Wonderful. I was never able to figure out what I wanted to do with this upper area in here and the upper area here, how it would connect. We got griefed before I could get that far. And basically, yeah, this was it. There obviously wouldn't have been an end portal here, but you get the idea. Great way to connect the old to the new. Damn, I really need to finish this place too. Man. Such nostalgia. Wow. So dark, so deep. There's so much Space Valk, and yet it can all just fit here. Like it's nothing. Damn. Oh, I'm so happy Mojang increased the height. That was the smartest thing they could have done. Easily. Well, we'll come back to this place later. For now. Come on. Back to the end with you. Oh yeah, I ought to dye that something. Where is it? It's under miscellaneous. That was it. There we go. And there we have it. That was our whirlwind tour of everything under the sun. Oh yeah, this is another thing that Herm left. Adventurers out there, but I am right at home. Well, thank you all so much for watching me, for coming out. Thank you all for sticking with me for 90, going on 92 episodes now. I cannot believe that. Oh man, how much time has flown. I love it. It's been a wonderful, wonderful year. Friend told you that it looked like a screw. I mean, it does kind of look like a screw. I'm not, that's not wrong. It doesn't really matter ultimately, but yeah. It's pretty cool, I would say. So yeah, thank you all for those who've subscribed. Thank you all to those who've donated. Thank you all for just coming out and watching. And I will see y'all next time for Octopath Traveler tomorrow. Bye. Take care. Look forward to everything. Forever and ever and ever. Keep looking forward. That's the only place worth looking to. Y'all have a good night. Bye.